shit. We got to worry about that. But I don't see that happening. Do you?
Being removed herself was, but
All right. I didn't remove her, by the way, if that's the question.
no,
I know. I'm just saying it to her if she was removed by someone else. I think maybe she left on her own. But there are no infantry troops being moved into position, and yet we have all this screaming and hollering. We're going to get into a quagmire. Well, maybe we are, and I hope we're not. But there's no indication that there is any intent to do that.
So,
Unless, of course, the government is absolutely bold-faced lying to us, which is a possibility, that the president, even though he's been this big non-interventionist, even though he's degrading our troop strength in support of NATO, all of that, even though he's not providing the kind of support that the neocons wish that he would for Ukraine, all of that, maybe his hidden agenda is to go turn Iran into the 53rd state. 51st being Canada, the 52nd being Greenland. I don't know. Do we give up on the Panama Canal? And then the third one being Iran, with a little nod to turning Gaza into Trumpville.
So there is a more comparable use of B-2s, at least during the Biden administration, on Biden's way out the door. He ordered the use of B-2 Spirit aircraft and bunker busters, GBUs, to go after the Houthis, and it didn't go to Congress. And the Gang of Eight, as I understand it, may or may not have been briefed. I don't know about that specifically.
Probably were.
They were? Okay, good.
I said probably.
Probably. Well, my point is that the aircraft were used, and we've been... The Biden administration had been targeting the Houthis directly for at least a year or so under the Biden administration, and we didn't get into a quagmire. And Biden could be argued to be more of the Washington consensus candidate than Donald Trump is, meaning he could have been more amenable to intervention than Donald Trump seems to be.
Can you mention that John Kitover congressional election 16 live streaming the room?
Thing to compare, noting that the strike on Yemen as a sovereign country, even though, as I understand it, the country is in the middle of trying to figure out who its leader is.
Come on, do it. It's Friday.
There seems to be the use of U.S. military assets in that way, and it was okay for Biden to do it, and now it's not okay for Trump to do it. I'm not a giant Trump fan, but as Anson would say, the great divide when it comes to military power is really destructive for U.S. national interests, in particular the comparison, whether it be left or right. As Anson said days ago, politics really should not enter into discussions like this.
Right. Okay. And also, at this point, I know there's been a lot of back and forth, which I contributed to, but we're going to move right along because it's 6:18, and I got to get out the door to go to work. So let's move rapidly now, and we will now go to, we have two Davids on the stage now. David G. And David G., I want to give you the opportunity to clarify, because I think you believe I misinterpreted you yesterday when I cut you off.
Yeah, just real briefly, I just wanted to say how it sets a dangerous tone to leverage, religious positions with regard to international affairs and use of military might. That was kind of my general point there. I mean, we have people of all faiths, all stripes, atheists that serve in our military around the world. This should be about the sameness of the decisions and what's best for the American people, what's best for the state of Israel, the world at large. And I think we need to focus on the human side of things, not necessarily look through the lens of whether or not God is watching us and picking who chooses to win or not. So I hope that clarifies my point.